Hey y'all. So I just wanted to jump on really quick and share what I just learned. Because I told y'all that I was going to look into epigenetics further. So epigenetics is the expression of the gene. It's the imprint on the gene. Um, so there's something called genomic printing. Before I jump in the shower, I wanted to jump on and talk about this. What up? Genomic imprinting. So basically what this is the thoughts, emotions, and behaviors of both parents at the moment of conception have an effect on the baby, the fetus. So if you're living in high states of stress, danger, poverty, fear, right, that actually goes in the sperm and the egg, and it prepares the child to influence, or it influences the development. So the child can face the same things as the parents. Hi, Becca. Hi, Michael. Right? So that's incredible. All right. But it goes further than that. It's setting the child up at a very before conception. So the thoughts, feelings, and actions of the pregnant mother affect it even further. Now we know this, right? Like, at least I've heard this before and I believe it to be true. You know, if you have a hard pregnancy, or you struggle with something while you're pregnant, like sometimes, a lot of times, parents will say that their kids come out and they struggle with something, right? If you were under a lot of stress, or if you were, drinking or doing drugs or anything like that, right? It influences while they're in the womb, but not only drinking or drugs or things like that, but your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So then at birth, it actually has an effect as well, because birth is actually bringing the child from the womb through the canal into the 3D reality. It's a spiritual transition, okay? And so depending, like if you're in a hospital and hooked up to machines and like pumped with drugs and under a lot of stress and you got people all around you and it's not like a beautiful experience, that has an effect on the fetus, right? Whereas if you have it at home and it's peaceful and it's beautiful, which I'm totally ready to experience this. I can't believe I'm actually going to have a home birth. I still can't even believe I'm pregnant. But it's going to be like, surprise! We're waiting to find out if it's a boy or a girl the moment that it pops out, too. So it's going to be incredible, right? But then when the child is born, they have something called mirror neurons. So they mirror everything that we do. We know this, right? And that's why we have to teach and lead by example. You can't yell at your kids, stop yelling, right? Because that's a contradiction. They're like, wait, you're telling me to stop yell, but you're yelling at me, right? So they mirror your behavior, and it's actually priming the brain for the child to emulate behavior or model behavior. So they're literally being programmed, not by everything that you say exactly, yes, by things that you say, but more so by what you do, right? They learn by example. So you also have an emotional influence, a nutritional influence, right? They're being programmed. So basically, this is creating the gene expression. And in the first 7 years, this is a critical time. The first 7 years are when a child is in theta, and so that means that their brains are more receptive to new information. This is why children absorb things like a sponge, right? And so they have no analytical mind, which means they have no filter or no editor, right? So kids in the first 7 years, it's critical. They are taking in all the information, and they're actually in like a hypnotic state. They're being programmed, okay? And they don't start developing an analytical mind until after 7 years. So this is like really incredible information. how your genes are affected before or at the moment of conception, even before. Joe Dispenza says moments, hours, and even days before your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions have an effect on the gene expression of the fetus during the moment of conception. And then it takes it even further when you're pregnant. Everything that's going on in your environment has an effect on the gene expression, the epigenetics of the fetus. And then the birthing experience also has an effect. And then when they come into the world, they're a blank slate, blank mind. The first 7 years, they're literally being programmed. So if you're saying things like money doesn't grow on trees, or they see fighting and they see all these things, or you're not eating well, they pick up everything. It's crazy, right? But that's your first lesson on epigenetics. I'm definitely gonna take this much, much further. I want to learn about it, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. Check out my YouTube channel, Conspiracy Realist Universe, with a capital Y-O-U, because the universe is inside of you and me and everyone. Hello, hello. I'm done. Video's over, but you can check out the replay. Truth, love, and light, and have a namaste. Bye.